Hello there. I'm doing an Unexplained Artifacts video. Um, I wasn't really sure what to call this one. I did one recently, Unexplained Mystery, because it was about an airplane that landed with skeletons on it. And, it was not really a phenomenon because it only happened once. This only happened once, but it's not about. I guess this could be considered a mystery, but it also falls in line with the idea that ancient peoples were more advanced than we give them credit for. Just let me give the background here, and we'll go from there. In 1972, a French factory imported uranium ore from a city called Okla in Africa's Gabon, Gabon, Gabon region. The ore was examined, and it was found that all of the ore had been previously extracted. All of the uranium ore had been previously extracted. Scientists from across the world were brought in to investigate the situation. They discovered that the site of origin for all this ore had to have had a huge nuclear reactor. This reactor had to have been 1.8 billion years old. And the reactor apparently operated for about 500,000 years. And this sounds crazy. It really does. But this was been investigated by some top people, including a Nobel Prize winning scientist named Glenn T. Seaborg. Now, he claims that this nuclear reactor was not a natural occurrence. It was definitely man-made. It had to have existed for this to happen because the conditions needed for uranium to react are very specific and cannot be natural. It requires water that is pure, more pure than occurs in nature, and it requires uranium-235, which the specific occurrences have to happen to create uranium-235. Advanced beings had to be present to create this nuclear reactor. This, again, couldn't have been natural. This was definitely man-made. Sentient beings had to have created this. The fact that this happened 1.8 billion years ago boggles the mind. We think of humanity as starting 100,000 years ago, in that range. And as primitives coming out of the caves with a stick or whatever. 1.8 billion years ago, somebody built a nuclear reactor. And it's there. It was there. And it was active for for 500,000 years, 500,000 years. This has been investigated. It's been verified. It's not a hoax. It's not a cheap. It's not designed for attention. This was accidentally discovered. You have a French company received ore and found that there was something weird about it. So they sent scientists to investigate, and they verified the findings. And these scientists are from all around the world. It's not a localized event where you have one guy making the claim. These are scientists from everywhere. I did a video on Michael Cremo's book. I forget what it's called. It's about advanced civilizations, ancient civilizations. This particular event here lends credence to his theories. As crackpot as they sound, there's something to it. Again, we can't say what, but there's something to it. Every time you think, well, that couldn't possibly be, you find something else that proves it. It's just a matter of, looking at the evidence. And nowadays, a lot of people aren't even looking at the evidence. You mention this stuff and people go, oh, that's just crazy, and they dismiss it. The guy's got a whole book full of this stuff. Fossils and artifacts being found at depths that shouldn't be. In the 1800s, miners drilling into a hill, and they'll find a pocket of artifacts and stuff in there that nobody's ever been to, and the mountain was formed millions of years ago. There is something to this. We just don't know what. But because these theories are dismissed as crackpot or hoax or whatever, crazy. Nobody with any serious backing is looking into it, and we need to look into it. It's how can you say we don't know and then just leave it at that? We have to find out. That's all I'm saying. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.